Alex, do you want canned cranberry sauce or should we make it ourselves?
That's my mom. She didn't know about Instacart's family carts, so...
Want to make pecan pie this year, yes or no? Oh, and how many boxes of stuffing?
So I told her we could just share a family cart and add all our holiday favorites to the same order without losing our voices or our sanity. It's so much better.
Alex, can you get my holiday village out of the attic?
Baby steps, Alex. Baby steps. Shop Instacart this holiday season and enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
Alex?
Hey, yo!
I like that we both got our wardrobe jackets on.
Yeah.
We look like we're about to shoot a teleprompter scene.
Yeah.
And that these are wardrobe jackets.
These are wardrobe jackets.
Yeah.
I got,
these are both black guy jackets.
You received that from wardrobe?
No, but it looks like it's like when wardrobe puts a jacket on your t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks like a wardrobe jacket.
This is a wardrobe jacket.
Yeah. Did you get it from wardrobe?
I didn't. Let's just start. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Are we going? Who cares about the music?
we
No,
on?
we don't even need the music. Do we always have to have the music?
We don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Like sometimes I like when we just start talking.
Yeah.
And it's like, has the podcast even started yet? It probably has. It probably has. To stop and listen to the dumb hyena cackles, let's just put them on right now in post while we're talking.
Yeah, I don't think that we need to think about should we have the cackles, should we not. I think we can do whatever we want because, like, are we here, are we not? Does anyone know anything?
It's probably two, just for this episode, out of respect for the passing of the great Kobe Bryant.
Wow, that was
cackles.
a hard left turn. I didn't know. You got to prepare me. Yeah.
No cackles.
No cackles.
Let's
yeah.
do that.
Do you want to do a moment of silence for Kobe?
I want to do a moment of silence for Ari Shafir's career.
Okay, so what do you think?
After the tweet. I'm just kidding, Ari. But what can you do?
What can you
I mean,
do?
the feuds between them and now Yabadika, it gets wild because the truth is this. Let me be honest with what the truth is for it all.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about any of it.
Yeah.
Kobe died. He's a legend. He's one of the most famous men in history. Everybody else just tweeting and yelling and bringing all the... Who cares about... You're just trying to bring it about you.
Yeah.
It's the same people who post selfies of themselves with Kobe Bryant or videos of themselves with Kobe Bryant and then some drawn-out message. You're just asking to be more likes about you.
Yeah.
That morning is disgraceful to me. You post a picture, if you want, of him and his little girl, fine, and a message.
Pay tribute.
Hug your daughter. Anything else, the selfie with you, with Kobe. Kobe did this for me. Kobe did that. Whatever, go fuck yourself, okay?
Yeah.
I got a picture with Kobe, too. It's not appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy died. He died and his family died. But you want to get more likes about you and your bullshit? Fuck you. I hate it all. I hate those people that do that. But, I'm also just mad because I got high blood pressure.
No, well,
Am I wrong? I might be wrong.
I just think that you're good for the economy of the state of Idaho.
Yeah.
Because they make potatoes, and you want to take those potatoes and mash them up and put them on people's faces.
Yeah, I've had it. That I've had enough of. And you know what else I'm mad at? Because I don't know if this story got overlooked in the news because obviously when Kobe passed away, the Valva. Michael, the NYPD officer Valva.
Because you're coming out swinging. You're coming out swinging in Chris Tucker's jacket. I like it.
Yeah, that's what it is, okay? It's rush hour, okay? And I'm wearing Chris Tucker's jacket, but I fucking...
It's a nice green color. You look like Eddie Murphy in Boomerang.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
I got Chris Tucker's jacket, and I just,
You've had enough of who?
I've had enough of... No, the guy, his last name's Valva. I forgot what his first name is, Michael or something. Yeah, Michael Valva. He's an NYPD officer who last week let his child with autism
Oh, my God, yeah.
freeze to death in the garage. Now, here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing, right? Now, and of course, he pleads not guilty. I got two questions for you because you're a smart guy. You know what's going on. One, why do my tax dollars now have to pay for this guy to spend the rest of his life in jail? Why do I have to? Why do I have to go to work? Why did my mother have to go to work to pay tax dollars? Forget about the people on welfare. I'm not talking about that. Because that was just a callback joke.
At what point in her career, the last 20 years before that, when she was driving up to Putnam County?
She's driving up to Putnam County.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
She shouldn't have to drive up to Putnam County and pay taxes.
Why do upstanding American citizens have to pay tax dollars to keep this guy alive in jail and have him eat sandwiches and read books and whatever religion he's good going to convert into. Why do we have to pay for that? That's one. Two, is there a happy medium where how now? Because here's what happened. This kid was killed. If you don't know, I think Thomas Valva was 10-year-old boy, 8-year-old boy with autism, kept in a freezing garage, urine soaked clothes, froze to death. And this is the child abuse goes back for months, probably years with him. Children with autism, I used to work with them when I was a pediatric physical therapist, so I know it's very hard for parents to deal with that, right? But it's like, you have a child with a disability. If you can't take it, then give the child up. There's parents that want the child. But here's what I want to say. So with all the trends now, with fashion coming back, vintage, everybody wants to listen to vintage music. Everything's been done. Why can't we bring back vintage punishments? Why can't it be like eye for an eye? So he wanted to let his defenseless child, freeze to death in urine-soaked clothes. Why can't we, like Bear Grylls gets dropped from a helicopter, why can't we drop him off in Antarctica or some northern part of Canada? We'll throw piss-filled water balloons at him, let him cover him in piss, and just leave him there. We're not no human's got to press a button. We don't have to kill him. It's just the elements. Let God do what He wants. Because if he's allowed to live now and eat sandwiches, it's a big problem. For me.
Yeah, what's a big problem for me is trying to listen to you because you're trying to be earnest, but you can't wipe a smile off your face. And also, Zach is he's combing his goatee with a hair pick.
Yeah.
So I can't see that and listen to you and then look at Mike, knowing that Mike may have forgotten his asthma pump.
Yeah.
And Valentina, all she's thinking about is when we're going to read the sponsors.
Yeah.
I got a lot going on in my head right now that I'm trying to hold together because I don't know what Chrissy this is.
And the kid Andrew in the corner just wants us to take our shirts off because he likes that type of comedy.
He likes that type of comedy.
When people get naked.
And I just found out that he also is a comic. So
it just doesn't matter anymore.
Nothing matter. I don't know what's going on today. I just think you're in a weird mood because I shaved and that puts you in a bad mood.
Oh, yeah. You shaved. No, I'm just in a bad mood because that kid Valva pissed me off.
Yeah.
And all the posts of it's just the degree
but let's be honest,
of narcissism in this business is just a little disgusting to me.
Well, we chose to get into it. But let's be honest. Anytime you can get Yamanika going, I mean, she's a mental illness lawnmower.
Yeah.
Once you can pull that string and let that go,
it's fun.
That is a lot of entertainment there.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
So she's pissed. She's ready. Her and Ari are friends, so who knows what's going to happen with that. But, yeah, I agree with you 100% about what happened with this kid, Valva. I think the answer to your question would be that doing that would be doing exactly what he did to his kid. So people who are against doing those horrible things that you're that you
I like to call people like you Democrats.
Yeah. People want to keep it civilized so it becomes a civilized country because it's a slippery slope. It's one of those things. It's a slippery slope.
But why does he get to stay alive? I don't understand
because Valentina said it's easier to die. It's easier to die.
It's easier to die.
Easy way out.
It's the easy way out.
You that you said last week was.
Can we maim him or something like that?
I said to put everybody on an island.
Exile somebody on an island.
Yeah. You put him on an island. Well,
which is what our guest Napoleon today about Napoleon. He was big on that. He got exiled himself.
He got exiled. We had the idea to put them on the island, and then actually the only infrastructure that keeps them on the island is guys keeping them on the island, not on the island.
Right.
So it's just Lord of the Flies on the island.
So maybe we could put him on that thing. That's a better idea.
Put him on a little floaty.
Yeah.
Like one of those man-made islands in Dubai, and just keep him on there with guys with guns.
Yeah.
And let him have at it.
Okay, so that's what we'll do then.
Yeah.
So that's the new plan.
That's what you would do if you were emperor.
If I was emperor.
You know what I would do if I was emperor.
Yeah.
Right?
You'd smell their feet.
Yeah, the guys are getting killed horribly.
Yeah.
The women and anything that looks like a woman is getting plucked off the line.
It's what it is.
And taken to my basement.
Yeah. So I just want to say one more time, I'm so sorry to hear about Kobe and his family and everybody, Kobe and his daughter and the rest of the families that were killed in the accident. But I don't care about the comedians' feud at all. So if you're and the only reason I bring it up is because a lot of fans have messaged my account, your account, Hyenas account, asking us to stand up for this person, to stand up for that person. The truth is, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with them. It's just all about their egos. I don't care at all.
Yeah.
A legend died, and then you move on. What can you do? I don't care.
My thoughts on it are as follows: horrible tragedy, especially all the other people who were on the helicopter with him. Absolutely horrible tragedy. The joke that was made, because we're comedians, I'll comment on it. I think actually it's a good example of what an offensive joke would look like. I think it's appropriate for a joke about a tragic death to be offensive. I think it makes sense. Like if I was a network, I would rather censor a joke about a rapper getting murdered or a basketball player, dying in a tragic helicopter crash with his daughter than a joke where somebody says the word tranny if the context is trying to be funny. So it is an offensive joke because this person has friends, family. He's adored, people that love him. There was a little girl that died. It was a tragic death.
2 little girls.
Yeah, I mean, there was the thing that happened in his past. Who knows what happened in that room? You know what I mean? It wasn't like a overwhelming evidence case one way or the other. It looks like it doesn't look good for him, but it doesn't look horrible. She if you know all the details of that case, you can't say it was like a slam dunk, rape case. So it was like they were hooking up. It was one of those things. He's a celebrity. It doesn't sound good. It could have been. I'm not saying it wasn't. But even if it was, that has nothing to do with the other 8 people who died on that and the daughter. Now, in Ari's defense, like you said, I didn't know this. He probably didn't know that Kobe's daughter was there with him.
I'm sure he didn't know.
That's the hazard of living in this era where you post something and then he tried to take it down. He did try to take the video down, but somebody had reposted it.
Yeah.
So then that context is removed. Nobody's going to allow him that explanation to say, hey, I didn't know the daughter had died or whatever. Either way, it's an obvious attempt. It's a troll move. Ari obviously, he can't not have expected this reaction, right?
Of course, I know he expected it.
He did the same thing with Tom Petty when Tom Petty died.
Sure.
He does it all the time, right? He drove around in a Ku Klux Klan outfit.
Yeah.
I'm
the only reason
those LA guys will do anything to be famous.
Yeah, just kidding. I'm just mentioning it because I've gotten a lot of messages about what I just want to let our fans know. I don't care at all, so I'm not going to respond to you. You're not even going to get a double tap, which is wild. That's a wild thing, yeah, because some people have.
But what if they send some titties with that question?
No, they're not going to get a double tap either.
Because you're still so bad.
No.
Atlantic City changed that.
No, I begged a guy. I begged Mike in Hampton, Connecticut.
Yeah. Well, when you bang Mike, was it comfortable? He's a comfortable bang.
He's a comfortable kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a comfortable bang.
Yeah. He's a beanbag bang.
Yeah, he's a he's a total everywhere you go, there's going to be a little bounce on it.
Yeah.
You're not going to feel any bones.
Yeah.
You might hear some wheezing, but that's about it.
There
might be some uncomfortable smells, but that's about it.
No, Mike's clean. He's got a clean ass. I sniffed a seat when he got out.
You know what? That's a good thing that you did. You have to do it to
I
find
sniffed the seat, and I put the seat warmers on to really just spice it up, and it smelled squeaky clean. It smelled like Puerto Rican air fresheners, which is what my car smells like.
That's what it always smells like. Your car definitely smells like an Uber.
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal with the history.
My car smells like a C-Town.
It does sound like a C-Town, right? And the people in it look like they're getting driven there for work.
It's just what it is, yeah.
Yeah. Now, here's the deal. If you were around the history of Hyenas, there's a good chance something that is by you, that you own, or a seat you were sitting in is going to get sniffed.
It's what it is.
I'm a sniffer and you're a sniffer.
Yeah.
I'm also a biter. I bite and I sniff.
Bite. I got 5 senses. My favorite one is smell.
Yeah, you like to smell, and I also like to sniff.
Yeah, I like to sniff.
That's why I like somebody who has no fumes.
No fumade.
Yeah, Mikey's a comfortable kid.
Babes, now let me just tell everybody we're going to be talking about specifically Napoleon's love letters to the first Empress of France, Josephine. That's what the episode's going to be about.
Who didn't love him, give it up, Squeak.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid's a fucking French squeak.
The kid's a French
the
squeak
most
bat.
famous squeak of all time.
He's a French squeak bat. Of course, we appreciate all the support we've been getting. Our Patreon has been growing tremendously. Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. I want to give a personal shout out to all the people that came out to the Space Ballroom in Hamden, Connecticut, and the Celebrity Theater in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Thank you guys, everyone that came out. You guys are cute. And yeah, Mike, and you gave Mike a standing ovation in Connecticut. Good for you.
How did that feel? That was good, huh?
Felt great.
Yeah, I heard a homeless pimp also got a little bit of a pop.
Homeless Pimp got a standing ovation at Celebrity Theater. And he came out, the outfit that Homeless Pimp, the great Mike Lavin, was wearing in Atlantic City on Saturday was truly wild. It was something where you kind of question if you're on mushrooms or if he's just wearing the kid looks wild, but the kid's a handsome kid. He got a haircut, but he leaves the beard, and he's got green eyes that are just cute.
Yeah. He dresses a little bit like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
He does.
Like,
but
doesn't
a
he
trendy version of
Yeah,
it.
like a version that like just went to arts and craft class with his daughter.
Yeah.
And let his daughter paint on his pants.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
And he likes to complain about liberals a lot.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one coming.
he's interesting.
Yeah, he's an interesting kid. And
Yeah, he's had enough of certain people, and it was funny to listen to him.
yeah, he's got a deeply Irish face.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
deeply
But he's a
Irish
handsome kid.
He's a handsome kid.
Go follow the homeless pimp
Yeah.
on social media.
We love working with the homeless pimp. He's responsible for all our film stuff that you've been seeing recently.
Yeah,
Shout
and
out
I
to him.
and I realize, right now it's 6:34 p.m. I've been up since 5:45 a.m. I can't do the podcast when the sun's down.
You can't.
I just can't do it when it's dark. I'm just trying to dig for energy and quick jokes.
Yeah.
And I've just got almost nothing left.
Yeah, look,
I've just had a day already.
You've had a day. You got ankle weights on.
Yeah.
You live your life with ankle weights on.
It's just what it is.
You live your life like a guy who's trying to one day dunk.
Yeah.
And so you're just wearing ankle weights every day.
Yeah.
So when you wake up, you're a dad, and you wake up into a situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I arise every day into a situation.
You're into a situation.
It's just what it is.
You wake up and you look around, and it's just a situation that's happening.
Yeah.
And you got to figure out your life is a panic room game.
It's just what it is.
You got to figure out how to get out of that room.
And let me tell you something. Let me be crystal clear with you.
Yeah.
Saturday night in Atlantic City, I got fucking hammered. I mean, annihilated, hammered. I mean, it got actually dangerously bad. It just is a slippery slope when you're hanging out with Ridgewood kids.
Now, it's a slippery slope when you're hanging out with Ridgewood kids plus Atlantic City. It's bad. It's a bad math equation. And I knew you were in a bad way when I got called a Greek racial slur out of nowhere. I was like, uh-oh, I'm not going to respond to this. I'm just going to wait 8 hours and see what happens in the morning.
It was one of those things where I looked at my phone the next day and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. The texts, the calls.
You called me a dirty fucking Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also said some horrible things to one of my sweet aunts. I texted her some horrible things to my aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
What can you do?
What can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
least she knows how the family feels now.
Yeah, I just had to say I gave her some opinions about some of her hit choices. What can you do? And she was like, why would you say this to me? I was like, I'm sorry, I was drunk in Atlantic City.
It's what
no
it is.
fumes.
Yeah, she's probably used to it. I'm sure maybe one of your other relatives who married into the family might have done something similar years back.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
It's something that your family's mate choices, you guys are used to it.
Yeah.
Now, did you text Venetia anything? Did you call her a dirty Greek too?
No, I did text Venetia, and I had to apologize for that the next day too. But there were no slurs. It was just love letters to Josephine.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah.
But I don't really drink, and then I guess because
You don't mean any harm, cuz.
I don't mean any harm.
You're like I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're Lenny from Of Mice and Men. You just want to get taken to the rabbits, George. If you hold a rabbit, you might squeeze it too hard
Right.
because you just don't know your own
I
strength.
don't know my own strength.
Yeah.
And I'm a little naive at times.
You're a little naive.
But things are changing now, okay?
Yeah.
So it's just what it is. I had it was just one of those things where I was
Did
like,
you have any sweets today?
no, not today, but that's because I had a doctor's appointment today at 8:05 in the morning, and my blood pressure is through the roof. So he was like, you need to change.
Yeah.
So what can you do?
What?
I was going to do drinking. I ate McDonald's.
But which doctor's appointment was this? This
This
is the
was
follow-up?
the urologist for the I have no more prostatitis.
Okay, so the prostatitis is down. Like we've said before,
It's down.
there's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza. You put your finger in one hole, and then water starts leaking out the other one.
Prostatitis is gone.
Yeah, but the blood
It's gone. I
pressure.
had to put a blood pressure cuff on my penis today, which is wild. It's called a Euro cuff. Google Euro cuff. UROCUFF. I had to put that on my pinky dick today.
Did you make a video of it and try to send it to one of your friends?
No. Yeah. Get
Euro
the images
cuff.
up. Yeah, that's where we had to put it on the dick. The Euro cuff.
Yeah.
Today. There it is. Yeah. Just wrap it around. And then it takes the blood pressure in your dick while you're peeing.
So, is that what it does?
That's what it does.
And what's the point of it?
It measures the pressure, I guess, in your. I actually don't know what the point of it is. It must measure the pressure in your urethra, but
Yeah.
I don't know how that. I guess I can confirm the prostatitis.
I probably want to see how narrow or how much piss is getting through the urethra to see if the prostate
Maybe,
inflamed.
but then it was squeezing and opening at the same time.
Did it make
maybe,
it a little
maybe
pewing?
one of-
Was
maybe-
it a little? Did it have a little pewing effect or no?
No, it didn't have a little peeing effect, but it sucked because you're peeing and then it just chokes your penis and then you can't pee. But they say just relax and pee, and then I just started peeing again.
And was you alone when you had it on, or he's just there watching you peeing?
No. Well, he said most of the time he can just turn around and the patients will do it. But I said you have to leave and put the water on, or I can't pee.
It collects bladder contraction information.
Okay,
that's what it does.
So
Yeah.
the bladder's good. So at least we can put one check for the bladder for now.
Yeah.
2 months, I'll run into another problem.
Did you? Because the truth is, people probably thought you were joking. But if you're new to the podcast, Chris cannot go to the bathroom without running the water.
The water has to be on.
So did he run the water for you?
He put the sink on. He laughed.
So there was a sink. There was a sink close by.
There's a sink. Oh yeah, there's a sink, and there was a doctor's office.
So if we're camping and there's no sink, what do I got to do? Just pour out an Evian bottle?
If we were,
could go?
If we were in the woods,
Yeah, if me and you were in the woods and you needed to go, and we had one bottle of water, and in order to get that pee out, would I have to pour it on the ground?
No. If there's no water, the only thing I could do if there's no water, it either has to be a sound or a light sensation. So the only way I could probably pee is if you were blowing on my earlobe a little bit. If you would just lightly go like this.
Now,
then I could pee. If you blew in my ear a little bit.
Now, you called me and you said you were stressed out the other day. You were having trouble. You're stressed out.
About what?
I can't remember. I got to go scroll back in the text. It was probably had to do with a situation.
Right.
You were in a situation.
Right.
Dealing with a situation.
Okay.
And I said to you, it's probably because you took your butt plug out. Just put it in, and maybe the blood pressure will go back down.
Yeah.
And then you told me you did it, and then you felt fine.
I felt fine.
Did it work?
It worked. I also think
So you shouldn't really be walking around without the butt plug.
I also think because I've had that sinus infection that's finally gone, I haven't worked out in 8 days. So I haven't been in the gym in 8 days besides the little pushies in cities. So I think I'm just at a place now where I'm just agitated.
Yeah.
So and then I think that's what it is. I just feel a little agitated.
You look good though for a guy who hasn't worked out in 8 days.
I haven't worked out in 8 days, but I feel disgusting.
I haven't worked out in 16
and my blood
days.
pressure is just too high.
Yeah.
And it's just got to change.
Yeah.
But what can you do, you know?
Yeah. Well, these are the problems that we have in the modern day. First of all, knowing about our blood pressure. If we
Right.
didn't know about it,
That's true.
maybe that contributes to it, knowing about it. Because once I started knowing that my blood pressure was slightly elevated, now I think that stresses me out even more.
If I have one regret in my life, which is wild because it's a thing that's helped me a lot and it's a nice safety blanket,
It would be not saying all those things about your family on this podcast.
It would be that.
Yeah.
But that's still not number one.
Yeah.
No, number one would be going through physical therapy school, because once you have an extensive medical knowledge, the things that you know and the stories that you hear are just like, it's too much.
Yeah.
My doctor today was like that he hasn't been a doctor in 6 years. He's like, because I it's scary to know how much doctors don't know. That's
Right.
what's scary about it.
Right.
But then on the same token, it's like, everyone's going to die. So it's like, who cares?
You bring up an interesting point because, I've talked to a few doctors and I've also read about it, and a lot of doctors have psychopathy.
Sure.
A lot of people who become surgeons and things like that who can deal with gore and look at gore, that's a well-suited position for somebody with psychopathy. Of
course.
Who's not, because people with psychopathy are not squeamish. There's this stereotype that if you have psychopathy, you're a bad person. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means you don't have the adrenaline, the fear feelings that people have.
Right.
So a lot of the people who get that medical knowledge don't have the anxiety that comes with it, so they can handle it. Now you're a kid who's not built that way.
Right.
You're a kid who's you're built with a lot of anxiety. So although eventually you could eat fettuccine Alfredo over a cadaver, still maybe it wasn't the best thing for you to know all that stuff. So now you're probably just internalizing it all the time.
All the time. I think it's become subconscious now.
Yeah.
So, but what can you do,
I mean, if the one thing that Kobe's death, the one thing I think it really hammers home is how ephemeral this really is. When someone larger than life dies, I think that's what it does to everybody. It reminds everyone, because he seems immortal. When someone's a god like that,
yeah,
and then when he dies, it really reminds you of your own mortality and how ephemeral this really is, and how much of a blip this is.
It's a blip, and that's why, it's like I was thinking about, Kobe dying, and like you said, like almost like an immortal guy, and then it's like, but still, there's a monarchy in England, I still have to bow to somebody. Yeah. It's like, this is all stupid.
Yeah,
you're not a fucking queen. What are you talking about? Take the crown off, asshole. Just give the millions of dollars back to the English people. It's just like, what do you mean?
It's ridiculous.
We're living in such a stupid. Can you believe there's people in this world right now that still demand being bowed to, and other fucking idiots do it?
Yeah, I would love to get some mashed potatoes and pour them on
And
their
pour
heads.
them out. Yeah.
on their heads.
Yeah,
because it's bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
It's ridiculous. I don't want to get a lecture from any European country about how we do business.
No.
We'll do business the way we want to do business.
Yeah.
Okay, because as long as you got a fucking monarchy, yeah, pay attention to your own fucking problems because you taxpayers are giving those inbreds millions of dollars.
Yeah, you're playing fucking dress up for realsies and paying millions of dollars for it, so just shut up.
And if you're going to tell me Prince Harry or whatever the fuck his name is, because I don't even know his fucking name because I don't care about your fucking princes and princesses. I don't care about what kind of you're playing because you're playing with Chris's kids. That's what you're doing. And you may have more than one kids. I don't know. But you're fucking playing dress up with the baby.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing when you're calling this person a prince. But if you're going to tell me that, oh, he went to war and, he's actually not useless. Have you ever seen that clip? That was the most, planned clip.
I know.
Where all the soldiers start running and he just gets up and he's like, he stops the interview and he rips the microphone off and he runs with them. And you can almost imagine them going like, okay, cut. We got it. It's good for news now.
Yeah.
It's such bullshit.
100% agreed. The only thing I will say is that his wife, Meghan Markle, will get cracked open.
She is a holy shit. Peace. Because she is bro.
Now that she's back in U.S. soil and not a royal anymore, she's going to get DM'd.
She's going to get punched through.
She's going to get DM'd. Welcome back to the United States, where I think they live in Canada.
Yeah, but I mean, she really made a nice career for herself.
Oh my God! Could
She
you imagine?
She went from like a TBS show to being the princess or something, right? She was on the Millionaire show?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I don't care about that. I think it's a little bit of a mental illness to care about the prince and princess. She was on that? I don't even know. Yeah, now she's the Duchess of Sussex or whatever. What are you British people fucking doing? What are you doing? She's the Duchess of Sink? No, she's not. She's a fucking girl from the Orange County of California. What are you talking about? That's like calling me the Duke of Brooklyn. It's not. You guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah,
it's like
I'll call you that now, though.
Yeah, Chris is the Prince of Ridgewood. What is wrong with you fucking inbreds? Get your teeth fist, you fucking people, or we'll invade your country again, you cocksuckers.
Cocksucker.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
First of all, kings and queens were horrible people.
Right.
They are the leftover vestiges from an oppressive system. The feudal system was a horrible system where peasants were forced to work on these royals' lands, and if they didn't, they got their heads cut off. Whatever. They were just as bad as dictators and murderers.
Right.
Kings and queens and shit like that. So it's the same thing as if Germany was like, you know what, the fascist system was bad. That whole thing was bad. But let's keep a Führer. Let's keep a Führer just for the look, to represent the country. So
cute.
This is our Führer. You're going to write about him in the gossip magazines. The Führer went out for dinner last night, and boy, he forgot his fucking cute Hugo Boss jacket. Yeah, that would be the same thing than what the British people do. So fuck you, England.
It's what it is.
That's what I'm here to say.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the reason why I want to talk about Napoleon's love letters to Josephine today, and this is a wild episode, is because one, Valentine's Day is not far away, and two, I just think it's important in tragic times to have love in the air, and because you live so far away now, it's hard for me to find love.
Yeah, are you doing okay?
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to
get,
smell the love in the air when you're far away.
It's tough, right? Did you?
So
Did you go to lunch with James today?
No, I didn't. I didn't go to lunch with him. I didn't go to lunch with him today because he stepped on a walnut.
Did he really?
No, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. He texts me. I'm like, I can't deal with this.
You know what the thing is about these love letters is they're really funny because when you juxtapose these love letters to what he was doing. This guy was out conquering the world and then writing these letters to this chick who was over him.
Yeah.
She was like, whatevs.
It is funny to me that Napoleon not only was a squeak, but he also had bangs. I mean, the kid had bangs. So it's funny to me when guys have bangs.
There's nothing funnier than an insecure guy, and there's no question that Napoleon wasn't an insecure.
Ask you.
First, and he had a gunt. Look at his gunt.
Yeah, he did have a gun. He had a little piece. That kid had a little baby piece.
Tiny little piece, and he had a gun. I mean, most of his gut was below his belt.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When it comes to guys, and we may have talked about this before, but is there anything, in your opinion, that's funnier than a man with an obvious toupee?
I think it's.
Is that the funniest thing a man could do when leaving his house?
I think the image of a man taking off his toupee and putting it on a statue before he goes to bed
It's hard to take funny.
is number 2 behind a fart.
Yeah.
Number 2
I was
behind
gonna
a
ask
fart.
you, it's only a fart.
Only a fart. I think our God as comedians is the fart. We should be praying to the fart.
Fart God.
We're always chasing the fart. Nothing is funnier than a well-timed or ill-timed fart, depending on how you look at it.
Right.
And then number 2 has got to be the toupee.
I mean, the toupee.
Guy, we all know it's a toupee.
Guy!
Who are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, I mean can
who are
we
you-
post pictures of the toupee?
I mean, these guys. First of all, Jude Law wears a toupee.
No, he doesn't.
Look at him on the right down there. Yeah.
No, but are those hair plugs? Hair plugs to me are different than a toupee.
It is. A toupee is a rug. A toupee is a yarmulke made of hair that you clip onto your real hair and you just try to make it match and it never does. The best is when the wings are coming off the side.
like in a rainstorm.
Yeah, it just looks like there's like
it looks like they're gonna go airborne.
yeah, when you got the wings flying over the real hair, it's the best. Why don't it's funny when a guy's insecure.
It's funny and it's scary when a guy's insecure too. You know,
It's really funny. That's what makes like Sicilians so funny because they're insecure kids.
They're insecure kids.
They take themselves way too
seriously. Yeah,
yeah.
But they put out good headshots. If
They
you
do.
Look at Paul Verzi's Instagram.
Yeah, they do. Marv Albert had a huge toupee. Look at that.
Donald Trump. His hair is wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of insecure guys, I mean, the kid Napoleon was an insecure guy. I mean, this people think the kid was like 5 feet tall.
5
I mean, a
6,
kid.
yeah.
Napoleon is the definition of a squeak.
He's a fucking squeak.
I mean, he's a squeak.
He's a le squeak.
He's a squeak bad. I mean,
And the kid's wearing full stockings.
Yeah.
Imagine conquering the world wearing white winter stockings.
I mean, the truth is
the
that-
kid's dressed like Gwyneth Paltrow in 1991.
The truth is this: is that kid would conquer nations and then march on the new nation in a fucking onesie. I mean, the kid had footsies on.
Yeah,
the kid came out with footsie PJs and would march up to the land and say, "I'm your emperor." And I know that for a fact, if I was a kid alive, I would have laughed and got my head chopped off immediately because the kid's coming in with the squeak, marching with footsies. I mean, if the kid's not holding a teddy bear, I can't listen.
Yeah. I mean, really
he's a squeak.
He's a squeak. It's funny when you really think about it that he was leading an army. How the fuck did he do that?
Yeah, I mean,
how did someone just pick him up and put him on a shelf?
I mean,
go, that's enough out of you, Squeak.
I wish he was alive today. I'd love to throw him into a fucking ball pit.
I would love to. I would love to just toss him back and forth between me and you.
Yeah,
just for like 10 seconds, and then see. Let's hear some more about your opinions now.
Yeah, like I would love to. Yeah, just put him on my shoulders and take a walk with him.
Yeah.
Just put him in a stroller. Be like, shut up. That's the thing with a guy like this. But he must have been so good. Napoleon Bonaparte must have been such like a scary guy because like if he's such a short kid like that, like why couldn't somebody just put their head on his hand and then just let him swing? You know, like when they put the hand down and kids can't get you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with just will. I think the little guys are just so willing to do so much because they're so short.
Yeah.
So to make up for being short and to being a squeak, they'll do anything.
They'll do anything because they're short.
Yeah, so it's like they're just going like, we'll fight forever. And as a tall guy's going like, I don't want to do this. But short guy's going like, I need to do this.
His nickname was the Little Corporal. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, he's a little kid.
The kid was born in 1769, died in 1821. Napoleon I. Everybody knows he's the French military leader. And it's not the episode's not about Napoleon today. It's really about Josephine.
Yeah, but it is impressive that he rose to power during the French Revolution in a coup d'etat at 5'6".
You're a coup de. You're a coup de FF.
I mean, coup d'etat, another French word. You know,
coup de matata, not a French word.
You'd get your head cut off. Guillotine, another French word.
Guillotine.
Guillotine. Yeah, when you're from Brooklyn, you call it a guillotine. You call it a drawer. We call it a draw.
Yeah, we call it a draw.
You call it a cafe. We call it coffee.
It's what a coffee.
You call it water. We call it water.
It's what it is.
Es lo que es.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to do too many sound effects because we get it. Your voice has been heard. Everyone.
It's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
We've been listening to your fucking reviews.
We've been listening to reviews. Josephine was a piece, though, and the thing about her was she could care less about this fucking squid.
Her name was Josephine de Hyenas. B-E-A. Here, let's try to spell this out. B-E-A-U-H-A-R-N-A-S. I'm going to say it was Josephine de Beauharnais.
Let me give it a crack.
Give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Josephine de Beauharnais. I think that's how you said it.
Okay, I'm going to give it a crack.
Give it a crack.
Okay, I'm going to go with, where is it? Okay. I'm going to go with Josephine de Beauharnais.
Yeah. That's what it is.
You wanna give it a
How do you
crack?
think it is?
Give it a crack. Give it a crack. I want to hear it. I want to hear it from the upper
Is this
West.
robot or real?
It's the real.
I would say the same thing, Josephine de Beauharnais.
Yeah, that sounded more French.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Josephine de Beauharnais
Yeah.
she was 32. She was an old woman in 1796.
She was 6 years older than the Squeak.
32 in 1795. That's an old woman. I mean, that's 10 years older than Julia Roberts when she started filming Pretty Woman.
I know. She's
Actually 12 years older.
She's old enough that Joel Richardson would hit on her.
Yeah, Soul Joel would have went after her. She's a fucking cougar. I mean, if you're even alive at 32 in 1795, I mean, that's wild. They couldn't even check their blood pressure.
Yeah, it's crazy because Venetia's only in her late 20s, but if this was back in the 1700s, she'd be a grandma by now.
She'd be a yaya.
She'd be a yaya and have her own cookies.
So she was immediately, when Josephine and Napoleon met, they immediately fell in love. I mean, he fell in love with her. Let's be honest, she was probably a piece that was stacked.
Yeah.
And it was probably very lustful
Yeah.
at first, and she probably just didn't care that he was a short squeak of a kid, because she was definitely taller than him, no?
Yeah, she was probably his height or taller. And, Josephine sounds like a chick who was like into the power of who he was.
Yeah.
But they had a very immature kind of high school relationship, which is what makes this so hilarious.
Well, yeah, because she was a widow,
Yeah.
right? She had she
had a couple teenage kids.
She had a couple of teenage kids.
Yeah. New to the podcast, we have to cackle some things for legal
Okay.
reasons, but we set them to enjoy them for us.
Let me just say it this way.
Yeah.
She had, and I'm just saying because they have good deals.
It's your life. You do it the way you want.
I'm going to say it this way, and I mean this. You could take it as you want as the audience. I'm going to say she was 32 years old. She had a 17-year-old kid, and she was kind of wild. So I'm just saying that I know, because I just came from there, that women who have children that they're 17, 8, that are women who have children when they're 15 years old, 16 years old, they get really good loan deals from Banco Popular. And that's just a thing that you can look up.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a history how you can fact this day.
Go to Banco Popular, which is a great bank.
Yes.
If you're in that, they give out good loans.
Yes.
Absolutely they do.
Yes.
And they give lollipops to the adults.
It's what it is.
It's just what it is. That's what they do. And
Yeah.
So yeah. And like
you do the math.
That's all I'm saying. You do the math, absolutely. Yeah.
If you can figure out what Chris is saying, good on you.
Good on you, bank. Yeah,
good on you.
Good on you, Bank of Popular.
Yeah.
It's a good bank.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's good, and it's nice because the whole thing's bulletproof, so you feel safe in there.
You feel safe in there. That's right. No question about that.
Yeah. So it's just what it is.
It's just that's what the type of bank. That's where you bank.
That's where you bank.
That's where you bank.
Yeah.
If you're banking with coupons.
And it's really
that could
good.
be the bank for you.
And I would suggest going there in the summer because they always got a guy in there selling shaved ices.
It's what it is. And there has been a few times being like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know a couple of those coupons got mixed in there with these dollars.
I don't know what you're saying, but I'm just talking about Banco Popular.
That's what it is.
And it's good.
Do we have any other pictures of
And they also got people in there signing people up for the military.
They do, yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, and you could definitely get some pineapple juice in there.
100% get some pineapple juice, and they got coconut cookies in the waiting room.
Yeah.
And I just think this is where Josephine did. This is the bank she would have went to. That's all I'm going to say. Based off the facts of her life, I think Josephine would have went to that bank.
Do you think she is a piece? Look at her.
She is a piece.
She's France.
And she's got kind of wild hair. She's got like...
She's got nice boobs.
She does have nice boobs, which is what Napoleon said. Napoleon said in one of the love letters, which we'll read later, that she had sweet tits.
He did. He said she had natties, some nice natties.
He said she had natties.
He also said he wanted to kiss her way, way, way down below. He said he wanted to give her a kiss her up and then way, way down. He was basically saying he wanted to eat her hairy French vag.
It's what it is.
He wanted to eat her out. Kid was on military missions talking about eating puss.
Yeah, it's just eating puss. He was like, if I wasn't surrounded by these Hessians right now, I'd bang you out.
out.
Yeah.
And she sometimes wouldn't even respond to him.
She wouldn't even respond to him because let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. She was banging out other dudes.
She was thinking about other people.
Okay? Because, she was probably talking to her first baby daddy.
Yeah.
with the kids if he's still alive, and then just listen. If you're gonna be on the other side of the world and not send me my money, then the truth is I'm not gonna write back to your letters because I got other people that need to bang me out because I gotta take care of the kids, and I would be able to get over there to the other side of the country, but the vehicle you gave me a stationary vehicle. You didn't give me one that moves.
Yeah. I mean, you are really skirting on thin ice.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. It's your life. You do what you want.
What are you talking about? My life.
Stationary vehicle. I know what that is.
Yeah, you know what that is, but I'm talking about a stationary vehicle. I'm saying because in the history of the he gave her like a stagecoach that didn't have wheels. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, because I was thinking about the other parallels between Josephine and what we're talking about, and there was a vehicle that doesn't move.
Yeah, no, but when you keep saying that's close to my life, you're the one skating on thin ice.
I'm
telling you the good deals I have at Banco Popular, and that she was in a stagecoach that had wheels, but it didn't move very far. And she was posting videos of it to her Instagram.
أنهى فقط ما هو عليه.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, this is a history hyena facts. This is what they are.
What it is.
Yeah, I get it.
So Napoleon was often on the road, like me.
Yeah.
And he carried out his military duties and campaigns, like me. And then he often mailed Josephine. Her responses, however, were less frequent. So she didn't write back a lot. And now, listen, here's the thing, though. In her defense, she's got two teenage kids, okay? Her husband, who's a squeak, is off the side, is on the other side of the world. She doesn't know if this guy's dead or alive. I mean, she's got shit to deal with. It's not like you can just text somebody back or send them an email or a voice video. I mean, back then it's like you got to write. He's very heavy with the love letters. Like she probably also women don't like when guys are this vulnerable like that. He's like, listen, you're the emperor. Like kill people, behead people. Like
that's hot.
Send me jars of blood. I don't want to hear about your feelings, guy.
I don't want to hear about. Yeah, he's coming on too strong.
You know,
he was in the friend zone probably.
He probably was in the friend zone. You know.
Yeah, it's funny too though because back then, nowadays you can just ask for titty pic or dick pics. I think probably there may be some lost letters where he's like, "Yo, could you draw me a piece of your draw me a picture of your puss?"
Yeah,
back then that's what they had to do. They'd be like, "Yo, draw me a picture."
That's
why
when we talked about the Civil War episode. Remember,
you would write a letter and then you would just draw your dick.
Yeah,
and it would be a Verizon remote.
Well, that's what it's a little history fact to the or history hyena callback. Joseph Hooker, one of the brigade leaders of the Civil War. That's why that's where the term hooker came from, because he had not only did he have prostitutes following his camp,
he had prostatitis.
He had prostatitis, which I do not.
Yeah,
my Euro cuff, my blood pressure, my dick is good.
Good. Yeah.
But he would have cartoonists. He would employ cartoonists to make naked pictures, to draw naked pictures of the women, and that was like their porn of the time. So
Mike's listening. Anime? Yeah.
Mike's listening. He's like,
there's no way. There's no way.
Valentines like, do we love it?
Do you think there's any way Mike has not jerked off to a cartoon? What are the chances?
I would think it's less likely that he's jerked off to not a cartoon.
Right, exactly.
I would say that when he can't get, I would say if you're ever sitting next to Mike and the movie Roger Rabbit comes on, put on your poncho.
Yeah,
there's a cartoon piece of that, and you may get a little wet.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
It's funny though. She wouldn't return his messages and stuff, and it seemed like he was pining over her, whatever. They both took different lovers at a certain point.
Which just happens.
She was acting like she was too cool for him, but then he flipped the script. It's like a high school relationship. You remember those relationships where like it's toxic, it's that back and forth.
Right.
When he wants you, you don't want him, and vice versa. Because then he was like, fuck you, and then she fell on the floor crying. Making a scene because he was done with her.
Yeah, he was done with her.
Yeah.
And then what happened actually is in 1804, Napoleon officially became Emperor of France, which that meant Josephine was the empress of France. But then in 1809, Napoleon, they basically were banging out and he couldn't have kids, and Josephine already had the kids. So he wanted to get the marriage annulled because he was like, you're not going to give me an heir. It ain't working. So we're going to annul the marriage. But she wouldn't do it. She allegedly, when he announced his intention to separate from her, Josephine started screaming and eventually collapsed on the floor. She needed to be carried out to her quarters, which also sounds like something that you see in Banco Popular.
Yeah, a lot of this sounds reads familiar to you.
It's very familiar.
You were
to me.
reading this. You were researching for this and going like, "Wow,
Wow. Yeah.
wow." History repeats itself.
History repeats itself.
Yeah, everything's the same except the squeak part. You're
I'll
not a
say
squeak.
this for sure, 100%. And again, this has got nothing to do with my life or anything. This is just a general statement. But they would say that quite often, the people of France would say that Napoleon, the reason why is you would see when they would argue in the public court in front of everyone, Josephine would hit Napoleon with a chancleta. That's what would happen.
That's what would happen.
That's what would happen. She would get hit with chancletas. And that's, so the French people knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny to think about how love letters have changed into texts.
Right.
Used to be like when you read some of the love letters. So they have the original letters. How did they get the original letters, Venetia? How did they keep them?
I mean,
somehow they got him.
Well, because he was the emperor and empress of France, so they probably some gay butler
Or
kept
maybe
them.
maybe she kept them.
Maybe she kept. No, I bet you it was a guy. I bet you it was a guy that kept them.
You think it was like her gay
Like,
best friend?
Because all those, it was very, very
Honey, keep these. One day these are going to be worth something.
worth something.
Yeah.
It was very common for these women at the time to always have like a gay assistant, pretty much.
Yeah?
Very much. A guy like who was effeminate.
Well, it's hard to tell when we're dealing with French. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're all kind of gay, right?
Yeah, is that guy gay or French? But you know what? The French do have lots of affairs.
They do.
They do. They don't look at sex with as much shame as we do.
And they don't associate it with it as cheating as much. If you fall in love with someone else, you're guilty of cheating. If you have sex with someone else, they view it as as an impulse that they're not happy about, but it's not a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of sex. They don't fuck around. And it's kind of funny because knowing that this is part of history, Josephine's letters from Napoleon and their correspondence, it kind of makes sense. If you had like a French emperor who's trying to conquer the world, you would think that he would be having like love letters with somebody because this is just so French,
right?
You're never going to hear about letters from like a German like Hitler. Yeah, Hitler.
No,
you know
Hitler.
what I'm saying?
No, Hitler killed Ava Braun and then killed himself.
Yeah, that's
more like I love you, babe.
That's more of a German way to do it. He's not going to be like planning a war and at the same time being like, so Ava, let me say, I would like to kiss you down there.
No.
He's not even thinking that.
He's not going to think that.
No, he's not thinking that.
No.
He's going to be like, because he needs to see like Jews' heads to get hard.
Now,
that's the problem with Germans.
Now, let me ask
They're
you,
sick people.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to read one to you, and just tell me if you go pewing.
Yeah.
Okay? Because this is how Napoleon wrote it.
But only if you read it with a French accent.
You want me to read it with a French accent?
Yeah,
Or you want me to read it like Chrissy D?
No, if you're going to do a character piece, I want you to do a character piece.
Okay, fine. This is my best French accent.
Do it.
A kiss on your heart. And one much lower down, much lower. How happy I would be if I could assist you at your undressing. The little firm white breast, racist. The adorable face. The hair tied up in a scarf, à la Creole.
That was a pretty good character piece.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I awake, I am filled with you, your image, and the intoxicating pleasures of last night. Allow my senses no rest.
Why did they write like that back then?
Of what sort can be that marvelous being, that nous lava, that guarantees over your days and prevents your giving attention to your husband?
Yeah. You sounded like a Haitian nanny.
Yeah. This is Will Savintz reading these.
Yeah.
Come soon, I want you. If you delay, you will find me ill. Fatigue and your absence are too much.
Now,
Josephine,
Venetia,
is that hot? Like, is that type of talk hot?
Yeah.
It is?
You don't think so? Like,
no.
Writing something out and then
like that though?
That's beautiful.
Like whenever I read those like old letters, like with those Civil War letters, I'm going like, why?
You can just hear how he's yearning for her.
Yeah.
Here's one that I wrote. It seems like here's one that I wrote. Yeah. Things are going well here, but my heart is indescribably heavy. You are ill and far away from me. Be gay and take care of yourself.
That sounds, yeah. That sounds like,
yeah.
Work,
I'm just talking about my
cover girl. Work it, girl.
Yeah.
Do your thing on the runway.
Josephine, remember what I have sometimes said to you. Nature has endowed me with a violent, decisive character. It has built yours out of lace and gossamer. Have you ceased to love me? Napoleon, here's the truth why she didn't write back to you.
Yeah.
It's because you're using words that nobody fucking knows what you're talking about, lady. Here's the truth. I mean, Napoleon's a guy.
Whatever it is.
But I mean, lace and gossamer, dickhead, that's not going to get her panties wet, okay?
No.
Her corset wasn't wet when you fucking said nature has endowed me with a viral and decisive character. I mean, you're a squeak.
You're a squeak.
Just draw your fucking piece.
You're trying too hard.
Whatever fucking island you're on, get a banana and then draw your piece to scale next to that banana. Trace the banana with your dick.
That's what you do.
That's what you do.
And then you get into her DMs and you throw her a couple of emojis.
It's what it is.
It works every time. Silly stuff works.
Yeah, I mean, do you think you're going to get a response from a girl when not one of these letters you didn't even write the word babe?
Yeah, but
did you write "suck my dick, babe" to any of these letters?
He didn't.
You're not going to get a response. Then you got to start off with, "Hey, babe, suck my dick, babe."
I can't get hard.
And then you can do all your gossamer.
Yeah, you need to suck it a little.
Yeah, just suck it a little.
Yeah. So Napoleon's a funny squeak because he did conquer a lot of the world while he was corresponding with Josephine, who was kind of in and out of love with him. They were kind of in and out of love with each other, very French. But then the kid, much like a squeak, he got beat. Finally, Russia just turned around and said, wait a second, you're a squeak.
Yeah.
So all his people froze in Russia. He got sent to an island. But this is the thing with squeaks. They keep coming.
They're resilient.
They're resilient, these squeaks.
Yeah,
they're close to the ground and they're resilient.
You can't really knock these kids down.
No, so he crawled back out, and that's when he was defeated at Waterloo after he tried again to conquer, because the kid couldn't help it. He was a squeak. He's got a Napoleon complex.
Yeah.
That's where the word Napoleon complex comes from. It comes from Napoleon being a squeak and not being able to handle it and wanting to conquer the world to compensate for the fact that he had a little piece and he had a toupee and he was a squeak.
And I just got a text from Soul Joel. Hey, buddy, hope all's well. I would love to book you on a gig coming up at my new club. No! Not going to happen. Selling out theaters now. See you later.
By the way, come see me, Mike, Sergio. We're going to be at Gotham Comedy Club February 26 and 27. And then we're going to be at Uncle Vinny's at the Jersey Shore on February 28 and 29.
Yeah.
So get your fucking
Those are the
tickets.
wrong dates. Even I knew that those are the wrong dates.
What did I write that? 21st and 22nd.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's which one?
Gotham, February 21st and 22nd.
Okay, and then what's the next one?
And then Uncle Vinny's 27 and 28.
Okay, good.
So the end of February, go to YannisPapasComedy.com and get your fucking tickets.
Get your fucking tickets for the kid.
And keep watching my special Blowing the Light. It's almost at 100,000.
Keep watching Blowing the Light, because if it doesn't get to $100,000,
we're taking it down.
We're taking it down. I'm tired of seeing it on the banner for Hyenas.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
So that was
great.
That was the end of Napoleon. Napoleon, he got what? He went to St. Helens. I mean, how come this kid was able to survive after Waterloo? He went to some island called what? St. Elba, right?
How does Andrew know that?
Because he's a Jew and they know stuff.
They just know stuff, right?
Yeah. What was it called? St. Elba? St. Eldris?
What? Idris Elba?
Idris Elba was a cute kid.
Let me tell you something right fucking now.
Uh-oh.
If there's a man on this planet that I'm fucking telling you
wow.
will get licked squeaky fucking clean if I ever see him, it's Idris Elba.
He's going to get...
I mean, that kid will get licked front to back.
Because you'll end up in a 30-year mortgage with that kid.
I'll fucking slice that kid's skin open and crawl on him like a love sack.
Yeah, so the squeak ends up living on an island, then he died at 51 from something. You know what's cool? When you go to Montreal, at the museum in Montreal, they have Napoleon's death mask.
Really?
Well, the kid had a big nose. The kid was not a good-looking kid.
He was not a good-looking kid, right?
No, he had sharp features.
What can you do?
And he wasn't a good-looking
kid. So he
kid.
wouldn't get cracked open?
No, and so, after he tried to have a kid with this broad, he kicked her to the curb.
So he could never have kids. Napoleon never had kids.
Napoleon never had any
Never
kids.
had a kid, huh?
So it was probably him who had the problem.
Well, it was. Of course it was another problem. But see, this is the thing. A lot of infertility back in the day was from some undiagnosed STD that was never really cured.
Really?
Yeah. That was... Yeah. He had a kid? Okay, so Veneti's saying he did have a kid.
Who's this kid? Who's this kid with who? We can't hear you, Veneti. You got to do the mic.
Napoleon II was.
And who do you have a kid with?
Who's
he
his
was
mother?
with his third wife. He had He had 3 marriages, and the first one was annulled. Like it wasn't.
Josephine.
Yeah, it wasn't really considered divorce. It was like we're canceling it. It doesn't because you couldn't produce.
Canceled.
Goodbye.
Archduchess Marie Louise of Austria.
Because let's be honest, Napoleon II kind of looks like me as a squeak.
It does. If you were a squeak, that's Napoleon's kid. Does kind of look like you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. We need
to post a picture of that.
We may need to post
me
that.
if I was a squeak.
If you were a mini Chris, that would be him.
Yeah,
Now,
that might be what my daughter looks like when she grows up.
it might be because she's got curly hair as well.
She does.
Now, what happened to this kid? What did he end up doing?
He was the king of Rome.
Wow.
A lot of these kids were gay kids back in the day.
He had a lot of kids, actually, but this was his only legitimate son.
Oh, so Napoleon did have children.
He had kids out of wedlock.
Because
but
squeaks bang out. Because squeaks are, there's a lot of insecurity. What they do is if you're a woman out there or a gay man and you want to get really banged out, I would pick a shorter man. I would go towards a squeak because they're really going to bang you out because they feel like they have a lot to prove.
Right.
Where taller men,
right,
especially more good-looking guys, it's like they feel like girls are so easy for them. There's no incentive to really make you the night of your life because it's like, they can just go find another one. But a squeak, I would look for a squeak of a guy if you want to just get banged out.
A squeak or a nerd?
Or a nerd.
Because a nerd really knows the blueprint of your pussy.
Right.
I mean, that kid's got the angles worked out mathematically.
Mathematically, yeah.
And he's digging in.
Yeah.
So you got to go either squeak or nerd.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to get filled up, go black. Let's just be honest. I mean, stereotypes don't fall from the sky. We both played basketball.
Yeah.
The biggest ropes I've seen have been on black guys.
Yeah.
And it's a compliment.
It's just what it is.
It's what it is. I've seen a couple of fucking huge white ropes.
Yeah.
But the black ones have been jarring.
Absolutely. They've been jarring.
I mean, jarring.
Absolutely, they have been.
I seen a few that I was going like, what the fuck, guy?
Yeah. It's fucking great.
What the hell is that? How do you even work that thing?
Yeah, it's huge. I want to slide down it.
I mean, you've seen a... I like how you sneak your closet homosexuality.
Yeah.
You tried to sneak them past me. I almost missed that one.
Yeah, every time one of them black guy would pull it out in the shower, I would just fucking go down like a slip and slide.
You've seen a few ropes, right?
I've seen ropes
in the locker
when
room?
you shoot jizz.
Well, you didn't see any at St. Joe's because it was an all-white squad.
Yeah, it was an all-white squad. Yeah. I had the biggest.
Do you think your St. Joe's team could lose to a WNBA team?
I think a WNBA team, I'm not lying to you, I think a WNBA team would beat my St. Joe's team by 100 points.
Really?
I think we wouldn't even come close.
Right.
Yeah.
So but you saw some ropes in the locker room.
I mean, ropes or jizz. I never got roped on in college. That's high school.
No, I'm talking about a piece. I'm just calling it a rope.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just calling it a rope.
I saw some,
a hammer.
A hammer. In high school, I saw them.
Glue guns.
In high school, I saw them, but not in college because in college also most of the time the showers didn't work. So if you want to take a shower, you'd have to wash up in the sink. I went to Division III school.
Yeah, and your buddy was a Polak, so he didn't like getting in showers.
He didn't like getting in the no. It was a little and he wasn't circumcised yet then. So
yeah. Oh, he got circumcised later.
Later on in life, he just showed up one day on crutches, and I was like, wow.
He's a fan of the cast, so he's listening. He's laughing right now.
He's laughing right now, but yeah, we'll never say his name.
Yeah.
All right. Before we read the Patreon names, is there any business to say, Veneteer? Are we doing good? Okay.
We do.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you real quick. Thank you real quick to Theo's Feta Cheese for sending out all the feta cheese. You haven't sent the check yet, so we're not going to read the thing yet.
Yeah, you know.
But once that comes out, once the check clears, you're going to get a read and a half.
Yeah.
But just because you sent us so much feta cheese, I just want to say thanks. Go to theosfetacheese.com. Is that the website?
You said you weren't going to say anything, and now you are.
Yeah, well, because I'm not giving it the read, but I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it's what it is.
Idris Elba. Yeah, the thing is with Idris Elba, he's just a guy that'll make you moist. Also, all my shows, chrisdcomedy.com, my live stand-up. February 8th, D.C. Kennedy Center sold out, so thank you guys very much for that. February 28th, 29th, Hilarities in Cleveland. And then we've just added a second show, April 18th at the Victoria Theater in Newark, New Jersey. So go get your tickets, chrisdcomedy.com and historyhyenas.com. Both our dates are up on either one, so it's fucking cute.
Yes, and we're brought to you as always by Lakeside Maple, guys. Lakeside Maple is the official trail mix of the History Hyenas.
Truly it is.
It goes in my mouth and it goes in Chris's ass.
It goes in my ass. I'm being dead serious. That Lakeside Maple is some of the best granola I've ever had in my life.
It's trail mix.
It's sorry.
It's not granola.
It's some of the best.
He doesn't make granola.
Some of the best trail mix I've ever had in my life. And when I had to get my prostate looked at again today, which I had to go through anally, they were like, I think you have a wart. I said, no, that's Lakeside Maple.
You just had a little caught on there?
I had a little caught on there, and they just scooped it out, and then they were going to throw it out. I said, no, put it in my mouth. I never let a grain of Lakeside Maple trail mix
go to waste.
Go to waste.
Yeah.
Put it in your yogurt. Put it in your butts.
Put it in your butt. Put it, Chris eats it. He puts it on the floor and he scoots around like a dog with a bum itch.
It's what
he does. Lakeside Maple, guys. Get your Lakeside Maple. Just get it. You should be eating oatmeal and yogurt for breakfast. You should be a little healthier. So Lakeside Maple, it's baked in 100% pure maple syrup. It's so fucking delicious. You can eat it just as a snack on its own, or you could pour it in your oatmeal and your yogurt. Here's the important part. You go to lakesidemaple.com and use the promo code WILD to get 15% off your order. So go get your Lakeside Maple, order it, take a picture of it. We'll repost in the stories. Please, support our sponsors. We're brought to you, as always, by Frankie over at 9th Street Auto Collision.
Yeah.
I love this guy. He's a big kid, and his company's called 9th Street, and he's not on 9th Street. It's over on West Hills Road. So it's just what it is.
Yeah, just go, yeah.
He's as bad at marketing as we are.
Yeah.
So
no, but he's paying $500, right?
Yeah.
You got to give him a better read.
Go over to 9th.
The hundreds are the ones that get the shit.
Yeah, we got a lot of fans out on the island. And so if you got a problem with your car, any auto repair needs, anything you need, parts, labor, anything that happens to your car, he will crack open your car and clean it the fuck out.
That's what it is.
Go see Frankie at 9th Street Auto Collision. That's at 133 West Hills Road, Huntington Station, cute fucking town. Here's the number, 631-351-5300. You should know it by heart. I know it by heart. 631-351-5300, 9th Street Auto Collision out there on the island.
That's what it is. And thank you for everyone who went to...
Oh, and shout out James Altucher. That's all he needs.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
He's so rich. He's giving us money. Go to Stand Up New Yorkers Club
yes.
and listen to his podcast. Me and Chris are about to be on it.
Yeah, we're about to be on it. That episode's dropping shortly. It was great. It was nice to be in his apartment that he rents, which is beautiful. And he told me and Hyenas we're stupid for buying.
Yeah, he did.
Buying property. He said we're dumb fucks. So you can hear all about that on the podcast with James Altucher. It was really great.
Yeah, go follow James Altucher on all socials. And also, listen, his kid's a comedian, too. He does comedy. So
yeah, it's just what it is. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. These are the newest members of the matriarchy. Thank you guys so much for joining. As always, we'll read your names out and we'll pick one PPW pseudopenis of the week and we'll post your name on the Instagram. Okay, started off Antonios non-toot tight glutes with acute skin flute Stamatakos. Wow.
Out of the gate with a banger.
Greekest kid ever. Then we got Gadira Devil in the form of a whore for Chrissy D.
That's goodie, but that's more of an offer.
Then we got Samuel.
Here for the content, nah, man.
Then we got Devin, black name, white frame. If I chew a Claritin D, it's a ball game. Yeah.
I mean, that's a favorite. I'm picking my favorites right now in the lead.
Michael wants to beat Tom Hardy to kiss Chris on the mouth. Reacher.
He took a swing, yeah.
Yeah. The perfect combination of FF and SS. Okay.
Okie dokie. That one's a Wei Shang-Xin.
Okay. And then we got Carmine Wap Moretti.
Go for it. He's
funny.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Then we got the drip from the piece, said nothing, went back for round 2.
That's a funny one.
Funny one, but illegal what you did.
Yeah. No, he said he got the drip and he went back for round 2. He said that he got the drip from somebody. He didn't care. He went in back for round 2.
To hook up with the same piece.
Same piece.
Got it. I thought you were spreading the drip.
No, kid doesn't care.
Okay. Antonella, the screwed-in Jewish Israeli with a vengeance, Coronado.
Yeah. I mean, that's a Jewish Italian girl. That's what we call Brooklyn Mutt.
Then we got Kevin, Father Ed, diddled my weenie Sweeney.
Okay, we got 3 are in contention.
Yeah. Dylan Conchan, Zachary Bulali, Lindsay, I let the gay out, so now I can go straight to the back. Nice.
Okay.
Thank you. Matt, Erica, Mikey Hotso Persetti, Key Bangers, Chrissy and the Carney brothers are gay lovers D.
Yeah. How did he know the name?
Okay.
Oh. Oh, yeah. No, but that's
the fake name, right?
That's the fake name.
Yeah. Okay.
Lance, put witch hazel in your mouth and turn my poop shoot into a toot flute D.
I mean, we got two flutes.
Two flutes, skin flute and toot flute. Nice.
You just get 2 flutes, skin flute.
Jesse McMullen, Funky Me 21, Mikey Hot Glued the man cave couch cushions together throwing ropes.
Wow, we got 4 contenders.
Nick K, Austin Maggie, Big JC 2448, Evan Egglestein, Adobo Cuzzy Kraken Indonesian Muzzy Toot glutes with his brown glue flute. Another
3
flute.
flutes.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Rob, the stepped out of the year, Dietrich. Jack Speedle.
Good ones.
Andrew, the altar boy, a.k.a. Father Bill's lap toy Harner.
Father Bill's lap toy? Let's take a moment to appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, let's read that one
That's
again.
a good one.
Andrew, the altar boy, a.k.a. Father Bill's lap toy.
Call
Harner.
himself Father Bill's lap toy.
Let's put him on the list.
Put him on the list.
Brian Heiser.
Oh, wow.
You.
German kid.
Sean, lad of 14, doesn't work in real life, so I got fired from my job.
Okay, now.
Hilarious.
Just giving us a little bio.
Mikey Yaya's cookies, not Puerto Rican Rodriguez.
Okay, Doug. She put a few things together.
Ian Anderson.
Here for the content.
Luke Miller.
Here for the content.
Elijah Abulazam. Muzzy, nice. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
We support you. James Gardner. Jay, I only crack open C-Town cashiers I meet at Banco Popular Moreno. This is a kid who saw the episode in the future.
Yeah, he somehow heard this episode already.
Yeah. Kaya, dick me down during the day near the dead dog, DeAngelis.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know,
Jesus.
but she's a wild one. Good for you.
That is a dark and wild one.
Then we got Chris. Then we got Jeff Wackenfeld. Gavin, I can't get hard if I don't have a stimulating convo with the boys, and that's what it is.
That's
There it
a
is.
goodie, yeah.
Yeah. Cuzzy was a muzzy.
Yeah.
That's the next one. Nice.
Good one.
Tanner from the South, but never cleaned out my cousin Lippert.
That's a good one.
Fumed up Pedo in the meadow. Pee wee bum bum. Yanni makes me come.
Put him on the list.
Put him on the list. Okay. Jevin Rican Blazed. Okay. Jevin Rican Blazed AIDS with a mouth ready for DeGaze Lopez. It's just too. It's one word.
I mean, but give him credit for the attempt.
Yeah, I like it. Bill Nye, the pseudo Peony guy, a.k.a. DJ Skinny Peen, a.k.a. Andy Asperger's.
Good one. He's on the fence.
I like him.
Yeah, Clyde Drexler.
Bill Nye, the pseudo Pinot guy, is funny.
Yeah.
Ludwin Gomez. Wow, Ludwin.
Wow.
Samson Lendich.
Wow.
Canadian Steel Pie Patty. We burnt the White House down once before. Okay.
Historical fact.
Kevin, Tim Dillon bottomed me out, Benz.
Funny. I mean, he's dealing with heavy hitters before him.
What it is. Zach Lawton, Jay Stebbins, Sean, the salad toss and sauce monkey, suck my dick from the back, Balducci.
Put him on the list.
Balducci's the class.
I mean, suck my dick from the back, maybe in the lead.
Zeesh, squeeze my pine cone and smash my bean till the glue runs out.
You put him on the list. Jesus Christ.
Cody Casanova, Sean Sutton, Rohan Oza, Daniel Lettieri, Thomas Malik. Follow at the Ice Cream Dave on Instagram. Not a character piece. It's marketing.
It's a good one.
Good one.
Original.
Nick, Alexandra Katsas.
Yeah. Greek.
Katsas, sorry.
The Greeks are coming now.
The Cali Wasp, but make no mistake, my parents are lying to me. Okay?
Okay.
Alex Non-Toot, not a fruit, but will take... Sorry. Alex Non-Toot, not a fruit, but will still take Chrissy's glue gun asking.
It took a swing.
Good.
Clyde Drexler.
Like him.
Okay, we got a long list of goodies.
All right, we got
What do we got?
Zed, squeeze my pine cone and smash my bean till the glue runs out. Sean, the salad tossing sauce monkey, sucked my dick from the back, Balducci.
Wow, that's tough.
Fumed up pedo in the meadow, pee pee bum bum, Yanni makes me come.
That might be the winner.
Tanner from the South, but never cleaned out my cousin Lippert. Gavin, I can't get hard if I don't have a stimulating convo with the boys, and that's what it is. Jay, I only crack open C-Town cashiers I meet at Banco Popular Moreno. And
We might have to give it to him just for being a future from the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
And you've been to C-Town and Monkey Pop.
Yeah, a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah.
And Banco Popular.
They're two fine establishments that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And do the altar boy, a.k.a. Father Bill's lap toy.
Laptoy. Yeah.
A Tobo, Cuzzy, Kraken, Indonesian, Muzzy, Toot, glutes with his brown glue flute. Mikey hot glued the man cave, couch cushions together, throwing ropes. Lance put witch hazel in your mouth and turned my poop shoot into a toot flute D. Kevin, Father Ed, diddled my weenie Sweeney. Got the drip from a piece, said nothing, went back for round 2. And Devin, black name, white frame, if I chew a cleric and D, it's a ball game.
That's a goodie, too. I'm going with Yanni, come, bum, bum.
I like Yanni.
Yeah.
Come,
Is
come,
that
come,
everyone?
come.
What do you
guys
guys
think?
feel?
Yeah. All right. That's the
Yeah,
winner.
That's the winner.
All right.
Everyone else, great job.
Thank you guys so much. HistoryHyenas.com, ChristyComedy.com, YannisPapasComedy.com.
Yes. Thanks for listening. Oh, spread the word. Tell your friends.
Leave a review.
And leave a review on our iTunes.
Yeah.
It's going great. We love you guys. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Make more hyenas.
And if anybody left a negative review on the iTunes, our hyenas, go tell them why they're wrong.
Yeah, and go fuck yourself, too.
Absolutely. R.I.P. Kobe.